Hey, welcome back to Grit and Grace with Jennifer and Merideth. You know, it always throws me off that pause there at the end because I'm not sure if he's going to say something else or...
Yeah, I think we can attribute that to Terry's liners because Mr. Terry's got some great liners, but there's one that is so cute that when I, cut it up, there's like an extra second and for the first few weeks I would always like start talking again. I'm like, whoa.
And then he would start talking again. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, we're back. I'm Jennifer.
I'm your girl, Meredith. Thank you so much for joining us. Yeah, so if you caught us right at the top of the hour, we have a lot going on, right? And that includes getting ready for the holiday season. 9 o'clock hour, we're going to get to have some young ladies from the Junior League of Woodlands going to be sharing about another holiday event, their actual annual holiday market going on next weekend in the Woodlands. So we're coming back now because we had to do our top three.
Yes.
Now, it seems kind of random because we had, what had happened was we were going to have a young lady, Miss Leah, on, my cruise mate, to kind of do a recap of the cruise, because if you had been listening, I was looking forward to this so much.
Yes.
And I asked her last minute, and I believe because she is not here that means she will not be making it. So we're just going to continue on.
Yes.
All right. So that being, I wanted to talk about like our most memorable trips because the cruise was so memorable for me. Mm-hmm. So, top three most memorable kind of memories on trips or most memorable trips.
Yes.
Sorry, my bad. So Jen, kick us off. What's one of yours?
Okay. When I was younger, I was probably a teenager. My dad would get up on Saturday mornings and he would just decide that we were going for a drive. So we would, mom would get all of us kids up and we'd load up in the car and we'd take off on an adventure. And we never knew where we were going to end up.
Really?
This one particular trip, we ended up in Conroe.
Oh, I've been there. Hold on. Is that on the way to Dallas or is that?
No, it's in the hill country.
Okay, never mind.
We ended up at Garner State Park on the Frio River.
Okay.
And he decided we were going to spend the night. We had nothing with us. The only thing they had available was a little screened-in shelter that had a picnic table inside. And because, people normally bring air mattresses and whatever, And we had nothing. And it was in the summertime, okay? But because of where we were, it ended up getting really cold that night.
Oh, yeah.
And all we had was like a towel to cover up with. Two of my brothers actually got up in the middle of the night and went and got in the car to sleep just because it was warm.
Oh, that's bad.
After that trip, every time mom would say, come on, we're going on an adventure, pack a bag just in case.
Lesson learned, right? No.
Lesson learned.
That's
so we always make sure. So now, even me thinking back, I always have a blanket in my car. Always.
That tells you.
So, yeah.
This really was an impact in y'all's night. That's so cute. Well, and plus, I think that I love the spontaneous nature of your dad, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, he can't hang like he used to. No, he can't. He'll actually say that. When Jensen was probably like 3, we were going on an adventure, and I told Vanessa, okay, pack you a little backpack just in case. Who knows? We ended up in Madisonville. We came back through Huntsville and stopped and ate, and then we went home. And I was like, okay, well, that's not like the adventures we used to go on. And he said, I'm going to tell you, I just ain't as young as I used to be. I can't hang like I used to.
Still, Madisonville is quite a little mini road trip.
We went to Buc-ee's.
You did? That is so cute. You like checking out on your way to Dallas. Somebody's be like, yeah, we came up here for the day just to come visit. We're going home now. Going home where? Well, we just wanted to come to Buc-ee's and we're gone,
Well, we didn't have the Buc-ee's in Waller yet. So that was the closest one to us. And Dad felt like Jensen needed to be introduced to Buc-ee.
That is so cute. Well, and really, you do have to travel to Buc-ee's one time in your life. So it's going to happen one way or another. Just usually it's en route when you're like
absolutely
a bigger destination. But hey, I'm sure you're not the first that was just trying to make that your
right.
That's so funny. Well, no, and I love that. I love those spontaneous adventures, and those are great. Mine, now I've had many, so that's why I know we have collectively had so many. So we're just talking about 3 of them. But my 30th birthday with my brother, hilarious because we went to Vegas and we were acting like it was, 1999. And it was so bloomin' funny watching him and his friends. Oh my gosh. Because he had two of his friends fly up, and we were in between gigs. So I got the hotel, he got the flight. His friends show up. We go out one night. Oh, I think it was actually our birthday, and we got all dressed up and everything. We're in the middle of this bar. And Chris comes up to me. He's like, we got to go right now. I was like, why? He's like, if one more person asks me where the bathroom is, I'm going to because apparently, like, wearing a suit in Vegas means you work there. Like, everybody kept asking him and his friends. I mean, we had so much fun. That first night, I literally remember a moment where I'm, like, putting a bandage around my pinky toe, like, just give me a minute and I'll be ready for more. Because they, of course, they're walking around all the casinos, which if you've been there, even a casino that's next door is like 3-mile walk. They make you walk through like the Wizard of Oz to get there,
yes.
right? Well, I wanted to look cute, so I was wearing these heels. Well, after 9 casinos, and I mean 9, like I could not, Mama couldn't walk no more. I was
right.
like, let me wrap this toe up and then we can keep going. I mean, it was hilarious. And yeah, 3 days of just crazy town and then flying back home. It was great. Good times.
Sounds like it.
Oh, yeah. We got in some trouble. Well, not trouble. I mean, we just had some fun,
Right.
So it was, oh yeah, because one of the guys we were with was so wild. He was like mooning people out of the cab, and it was daytime.
That's too funny.
Brian, thank you for those moments. They were hilarious.
Yes.
Watching my brother, it was just so funny. And of course, we ended up at a Texas bar riding a bull, of course, because no matter where I go, I always end up in a Texas place. I mean, even when I went to France this summer, we found a restaurant. It was a Texas restaurant.
That's hilarious.
I mean, I can't stay away from this baby. But yeah, so 30th, Vegas. It was good times. What's your next one?
You're not going to believe this.
What?
For my 30th birthday, my friend took me to Vegas.
No flipping way.
Yes.
See,
it was the first time I had ever been to Vegas. And she made sure we flew in at night so I could see everything lit up from the air.
Okay, listeners, heads up, in case you didn't just catch on, like, we don't chit-chat a lot about what we're going to share with each other because we love the organic stuff. Like, this is us for real, right? I mean, off the mic, you may get a little bit more, but I'm saying this is us. So that's why it's so hilarious. Okay, so tell me, how was it? How was it?
It was great. It was so great. A lot of fun because, like I said, it was my first time to ever be in Vegas.
Yeah.
I mean, that was actually my first trip ever, like, west.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun. I'm obsessed with the Bellagio.
I know.
I'm not exactly sure why, other than it's beautiful, but I just have this obsession with it. And, I love all of the Ocean's movies because of the Bellagio. And, anyway, so we did not stay at the Bellagio, but she got us a hotel at Planet Hollywood, which is directly across the street from the Bellagio. So I was able to see it every time we walked out.
Oh, wonderful.
We actually ended up walking, we were just walking down the strip and we walked into this movie set. We didn't even realize what was going on. And then all of a sudden we're like, wait a minute. What is going on here? We actually walked into a movie.
Which one? Do you know?
It was Race to Witch Mountain with Dwayne Johnson.
Oh, yes.
Yes. And Carla Gugino, she's the mom from Spy Kids.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They were both in it. So we saw both of them. And
is he as big and bold and beautiful in person? I mean, he's got a tower over you, right?
Well, he was a cab driver in that movie.
Oh, yeah.
So we were actually on the sidewalk by the fountains. Mm-hmm. And he was standing outside of his cab, like on the road, getting ready to take off or whatever. But from where we were, he actually did not look as big as he seems. But if he was closer, yes, he probably would have.
Oh, yeah. I would be. Well, and of course, that would be just so great because he seems like such a, down to earth, like really cool guy to meet. So it'd be hard for me not to be like, hello, sir, excuse me. You know?
So we ended up being extras. You can't see us because in that particular scene, he's backing down the strip very quickly. But we were on the sidewalk.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Look at you, Miss Fancy. That's so cool. Well, and I love the Bellagio too. So much love for you.
Yes.
and your quality and standards, because I agree. Now, mine is because my dad, when he used to travel there, he would stay there at the Bellagio. That was his go-to. And, because my dad's passed on, of course, that kind of stuff. You're all walking through like, this is the same hotel my dad loved. And,
yes.
All that cheeseball stuff. But they are, it's beautiful
It
there.
is. It's so beautiful.
The ceilings and the blown
Yes.
glass. It's
Well,
just...
and that one, the garden room or whatever, where everything is made out of whatever flowers are in season.
Oh, that is hilarious. Yes, Chris and I went there, and there are some inappropriate video or pictures of Chris, in that area, which we didn't get kicked out or anything, but let's just say he was trying to, bump and grind with one of the plants. It was so funny. So
Chris.
I know, bringing the class always, Culver, always. but it was so much fun. And of course, all the kids out there are like 30. Oh my gosh. But I tell you, all the grown ones are like, damn, 30. Damn.
Exactly.
To be back there. But no, Bellagio, Vegas, good times. I'm so glad that that's hilarious that we have that in common.
I know, that's so ironic that you said your 30th birthday, and I'm like, no way.
Oh,
no way.
It was so hilarious seeing, and his friends are so funny, and seeing them in rare form like that in Vegas, just going to town and having a good time for the birthday celebration.
We went to a drag show.
Oh, you did?
It was hilarious. It was so hilarious.
I did not go to that. Yeah, I'm okay, you got to tell me where it is so next time I could go. Okay. Yeah, because I think I'm going there in June again for work.
Well, I'll try to remember, but that was almost 10 years ago.
Yeah,
for
it's
me,
probably,
so.
Yeah, the building or whatever venue is probably closed. They rebuilt something else or
exactly.
something. But no, and if you're just tuning in, guys, Grit and Grace with Jennifer and Merideth. Jennifer and I love to kind of share about things going on in our lives, things in the community. And we actually have a guest coming up in the 9:00 hour, but we were doing our top 3 because I just got back from a cruise, which I'd been like totally hyped up about, right?
Yes.
And so it just it's fitting, right? We talk about our top 3 kind of trips. We both love Vegas, number 1, which is hilarious. And then my next one is a little bit more family oriented, but I'm telling you, it was so wonderful. It's Disney World.
Yes.
That was a blast. We did that in summer of 15, got to take my son and my husband and I, the 3 of us, we went there, and it was so cute. It was our first all out, big bang kind of family trip, because we've been on family trips, of course, but it's something where, we were flying there and I was keeping it a secret, mostly not because, yes, I love the element of surprise, but also because if you have a child, the questions is the understatement of
when are we going? How many more days?
Yeah. When are we going to be there?
Go yet?
So, it was...
How much longer?
So you can imagine, as I'm planning for this, I'm not going to tell him until the day before.
Exactly.
Or, that morning. Well, and plus he caught wind of it because I let the cat out of the bag for a quick minute, but it was the night before. So I did my best.
Right.
But no, it was fantastic. We had so much fun, and I hadn't been there to be able to experience it, and it was great seeing him happy. And I got also, I had to step up and be brave because I had to ride some rides that I typically wouldn't ride.
Yes.
And let's just say there's a few moments where I was like, I'm doing this because I love you. I don't like roller coasters that flip you around in the dark. I'm not a fan of being freaked out, but I love you, and I'm going to do this. And we did, and it was fun. We had so much fun.
You're a better mom than I am, because I'd be like, hold on, let me ask the stranger if you can ride with him.
Well, I'm not going to lie. At one point, if I had ridden the ride, I was like, no, I've been there, and I'll wait at the end. Well, luckily, we were all 3 together.
Right.
B and Jack would do it, and I would be like, I'll catch you down here. Someone's got to hold the stuff.
Exactly.
Oh, wait, I'm the only girl? Oh, still, I got to hold my stuff. Don't make me do it, man.
Right.
But it was hilarious, and yes, 5 days wasn't enough. Right. So loved it. Walked a lot there too. At one point, my son and I, that's where I learned Jack and I are the same kind of traveler where we want to see any and everything.
Yeah.
Because after 4 days, Brandon was done. He was like, okay, I'm going to go back to the room. And me and Jack were like, but we have dinner reservations here. And, so we totally went back in town, hobbling back into Magic Kingdom. We're like, okay, we'll get there. We'll be fine. It was so funny. So that was hilarious. But yeah, we definitely want to go back because after being there, it kind of sets an expectation with your boy. That's all.
Right.
One day. But yeah, so that's my next one.
Yes.
What about you?
Well, okay. My last one, I'm going to say, is probably my camping trip with my son. Back at spring break.
This most recent one?
Yes, because it's the only time we've gone camping together by ourselves. So Yeah, I mean, for those of you who listen, you know that I took my son camping for spring break, and it was just the two of us. It was
And tell them where, like in a tent.
It was a beautiful disaster, is what it was. No, we were in a screened shelter.
Screen shelter. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yes, and I had an air mattress and the whole nine. You know, none of my fires would stay lit. We mostly ate lukewarm food. But the one night I got the perfect steaks,
right,
and baked potatoes, and so that was great. But it was just so much fun because it was so much fun for him.
Mm-hmm.
And when you ask him, what's your favorite vacation you've ever gone on? And he says, when we went camping.
Oh.
I mean, to me, that was the greatest vacation ever.
No, it was. And, you know, kudos to you because it wasn't just one night. Like, y'all went for the weekend. And
yeah, no, we were there for like 4 days, 3 nights.
Oh, good.
And it was cold. It was not cold here, but it was very cold there.
Yeah. I would have been a visitor, dwelled for a bit. 4 days, that's some commitment and love.
Yeah.
But that is so great because I think that's one, again, back to the Disney World. Those are the most memorable things, watching them in their eyes,
yes,
you know, get the excitement and the joy, you know, and your little man, I'm sure y'all had a blast. Plus, it's just so cute having to, you know, think of you getting all mad because your fire wouldn't light and everything. I'd be laughing. And then
exactly. But I kept trying.
No, of course.
And that's what my sister-in-law said is, you know what? He's not going to remember how many times the food wasn't hot.
Oh, absolutely.
All he's going to remember is that you tried.
Oh, I think, see, and
for him.
And that's huge to me. And I mean, even going for a day or even an overnight, it's just so, you know, it's not one of my more, you know, luxurious destinations. So that's why I'm like, kudos to you, Mama, because I know that's how you do it when you raise a young man. Make sure he's comfy
right
with the outdoors.
Yes.
No, I love that. Yeah. So I think, I mean, I can't help it, girl. This last one's my top 3. The cruise. I mean,
absolutely.
Whew, good times. And of course, my cruise mate, Leah, may be en route, may not, most likely sleeping. She was supposed to come in this morning, but she doesn't, you know, she's a night owl. She's not a day. So we knew it was a 50-50. But I mean, so hilarious. And we defied all odds. Everyone said, you're going to get in trouble. You're going to miss the boat. You're not going to get on the boat. Blah, blah, blah. Guess what, guys? Made it through New Orleans on Hawaiian night. Yeah, we did. Made it through New Orleans on Halloween. Got on the boat the next day. No troubles. Okay. Got to Costa Maya. Got back on. No troubles. What? It was so awesome. And it was a trip of a lifetime. Like, it was so comical to watch. And really, like, just me and Leah, we were having a great time being able to just hang out after so many years of just seeing each other a couple days. But this was like a 5-day trip. And it was an extravaganza, for real. It was hilarious. And I have pictures, probably not going to share a lot of them because they're funny ones. But we just had a blast. And when I was talking to her about recapping it just cracked me up because she would say the funniest things. Like, for instance, she wanted to go do this dolphin thing, right? And I was like, it kind of freaks me out and it's expensive and stuff. Well, we're in Costa Maya and we're walking around. She's like, watch out, the scary dolphins are over there. I mean, she totally was cracking me up. It was so hilarious. And I mean, we got to come back and have some great, you know, we returned back to New Orleans, had some great food before we went home. And it was just wild to think, I mean, these people are hilarious. They know how to do it right. And the Practical Jokers, let's just say, they brought their A game. It was extravaganza. I hope to go on another one as soon as they say when they're going to do it. We're all sitting there. So I go on the Facebook, right? And I'm like, man, and sure enough, I'm not the only one that's like in mourning, right? Everybody, I look at the post, everybody's like, back to reality. I don't know. This one woman was like, I didn't like my life when I have to come in and make my food. Like, it was just hilarious. And there were these staff members that would greet you in like one of the bigger restaurants every morning, and they would be playing guitar and singing a song, and they were so precious. And their song was like "Washy Washy." So there's posts all on the Facebook page by everybody else that's like "Washy Washy," and it just cracks me up because these people are hilarious. It was a lifetime of fun. Got to do it again, and I'm bringing you with me. Yeah, we're gonna do this. So much fun. It'll be worth it. Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I totally got unplugged. Like, could not speak to anybody for.
But do we have to go on that cruise?
I think you would.
Or can we just go on a different cruise?
I don't think you understand the dynamic of this particular cruise, my dear. It was a fancy boat, and everybody had partying on their mind. It was good times. It was
Well,
like
that's the way it is with most cruises.
I don't know. This was hilarious. And there was an Elvis impersonator. I mean, the things they did cracked me up. Karaoke killed the cat. People were hilarious. Cracked me up. So I don't know. But yeah, no, you're right. Carnival, I had a great time. I don't remember party, but this was, because of Impractical Jokers and everything like that. It was just hilarious. So
Okay, well, we can go on Norwegian, but it doesn't have to be the Impractical Jokers tour.
that's true. They have I think it's the 6-man thing, because people were telling me the cabbie was saying Norwegian's usually an older demographic kind of cruise, but 6-man is the one where they do, like, they were doing a Kiss cruise right after ours. Like, so maybe we could find an artist we both love.
Okay.
George Strait. Ooh, George Strait, please. No, he won't do it. He's only in Vegas. Dang. Did you watch the CMAs this week, by the way?
No.
Okay. Never mind then. All right. Well, we'll get back to it. All right. So, top 3. Love it. We both had Vegas in mind. Then we got a little family friendly with, of course, our trips. And what was your wild one, right? Vegas.
The Adventures with my dad.
Adventures.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So that you kind of flip flop, and much more on the family friendly, because mine, I'm like, when I went here and went here, but more memories to come, right?
Yeah.
We should, our road trips down the road, but I was going to say after that,
we don't know when or where, but it's coming.
True. That's true. Yeah. I mean,
at some point within the next year.
Yeah, I was going to say probably by next summer, Mama. Come on. Unless you want to go to the holiday market, we can start an adventure today. Baby steps.
Remember, I have small children.
Fine, forget it. All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back. How about we do a little share the sweetness, since we're kind of flipping it up?
Yeah.
All right, y'all stay tuned. It's Grit and Grace with Jennifer and Merideth, only on Lone Star Community Radio.